up in my tape. Caught up in my tape. Don't care what you said to me, I'ma bite your feelings out. I miss you in the basement. But your brother was a good substitute for you. And if you love me, but you never let me go. When the roof was on fire, you never let me know. Say you're sorry, honey, but you never really show.
Up. Festive atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, and we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Yeah, I just didn't see any fire from them to want to get it back. That's just one of those games you throw away in the trash and try and forget about it.
Well, we get to see future Hall of Famer in Kyrie Irving tonight, Grant. What's his best skill?
I'll be honest, B.A. I've never seen a guard finish like Kyrie around the rim. He makes really difficult buckets look too easy.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Oh, they've got their eyes on him, calling the foul right away.
Now here's Irving. Oh, there's the alley. The shot by James, no good. Until they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Weber. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
They must have fallen asleep defensively. How else do you explain an easy dunk right off the inbounds pass?
And they're on the break with the 10-footer. And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to talk it over with his guys. We know things can get heated between these two, Grant. No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
Up top, Walker. Miller outside. Crafty move. LeBron with the rebound. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. Before long, we were talking about LeBron James, and he said, he's a focus for us tonight, absolutely. Coach shared, saying in clutch situations, we're ready to double James and be assertive. But I'm sure he knows that. LeBron, as always, on the minds of the opposition. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Miller. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pass to Weber. Takes a three. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Irving looking around. It's stolen by Dunn. And now the Raptors on the break. Toronto passing it around.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Here's Bryant. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those. It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. And here are the Nets now. RJ, looking back at the trade that sent Durant from the Nets to the Suns, what a deal for Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was 4 first-round picks and a swap from the Suns. Also, the Nets got Mikal Bridges, who they shipped to the Knicks for 5 more first-rounders. Now, that's how you reboot a team.
Here's Maxey after the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Miller. Nails it from 3.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
Pass to Bryant for 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Bryant's got 5 points.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Miller inside. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Williams with the screen. Kicks it out to Bryant. 3-pointer. Rebound by the Raptors. Here's Maxey. It's hauled in by Kobe. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
It's good on the putback. Williams has got his second basket.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first.
Number 22, Kevin Carter.
Here's Weber. Give him 8. Elbow shot on the way. The rebound by Carter.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Maxey on the wing. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
While he's a bit undersized for a forward, he more than makes up for it with his balance.
It's deflected. And they're able to recover. It's all tied in Toronto. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter.
13. Brooklyn. 13.
Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Well, the rise of Tyrese Maxey has been fun. What do you think makes him such an exciting player, RJ?
Oh, it's his speed and tenacity for sure. He might be the quickest guard in the league right now. And in addition, he's also become an absolute knockdown shooter.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
And Chris Dunn gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. The kick out to Walker. Going inside, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And such a strong guy. Walker could live in the paint.
Dunn outside. Miller outside. Outside Reed. Walker on the double team. Back to Miller. Lets it go from deep. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Pass to James. Done with a steal. Maxey surveying the D. To the middle. Here's Weber. Dunn outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Carter with it. He's picked up by Miller. Pass to Vucevic. They double team Vucevic. James outside. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And one thing about this game, Grant, on any given night, you can see it upset.
Yeah, I mean, BA, it just shows how hard it is to be consistent night in and night out. Every team in the league has quality players, so if you're off your game even just a little, that could be enough to lose it for you.
Sexton goes in. Pass to Shannon. Back to Sexton. Down low. Here's Jackson. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Bryant with it. Picked up by Sexton. Back to Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Such a wizard with the ball. James always finds the open man.
Here's Shannon. Fires in the triple. Shannon's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
If you give him that kind of separation, oh, he's going to take full advantage.
And there's the foul. It's on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul of the game.
13 foul. Brooklyn.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. To the inside. And Williams punches it home.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
Pass to Shannon. Back to Sexton. To the paint. Here's Buzelis. Good work defensively by James. Nets leading by 3. To the inside. Outside, Williams. And here's James. Doing what he does. LeBron.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Never bashful about showcasing his athleticism. Sexton can really get up and finish.
Out to James. Reed with the rebound. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Buzelis. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Reed, good.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Outside Irving. The kick out to Williams. It's all tied in Toronto. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
23.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And so here is Toronto. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. And that's the 3rd game out of 4 at home for them. Pass to Miller for the lead. Toronto passing it around. Weber. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Here's Tyson. Now here's Post.
Toronto foul. Chris Weber. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Christie. It's blocked. Knocked loose. Toppin with a steal. In transition. Here comes Brooklyn. And here's Bryant outside.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you. Owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Bryant. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It goes on Chris Dunn. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. About a minute played here in the second half. They set the pick. Oh, sweet move. Rips it home off a terrific move.
That sudden move off the pick, Maxey is tough to stay with defensively.
Pass to Tyson. Right side, Christie. Here's Tyson. Bryant, left side. Clock at 6. The putback. Here's Christie. The rebound by Jackson.
Coming out of half, they're 1 for 5 from the field. Whatever they discussed is not working.
And an intentional foul right there. Toronto making a switch here.
Now into the lineup for Toronto.
Here's Weber. Give him 8 points now. He's off on the layup. Bryant, right side. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Tyson. This one for 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Here's Weber.
Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Nets.
Here's Buzelis. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
Pass to Toppin. And a slam dunk by Toppin. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Maxey with it. And he slams it in one-handed.
Getting up and finishing. Maxey leaving no doubt.
Outside Irving. And there's the rejection. Inside. Buzelis. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
The interior touch of Kyrie Irving, just superb at knowing how to slice through the defense with an array of finishes.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Brooklyn making a switch here. The Raptors with a lead. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And it's Sexton on the take. Here's Shannon. Pass to Jackson. And here's Lopez. 4 on the clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
1:07 left in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's Walker. And the jam by Walker.
Nice slam by the big man Walker, making his presence felt there inside.
Pass to Lopez. Goes back up. Brooklyn pulls it in. Down low. Here's Williams. Reed with the rebound. Toronto trailing. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. There's the drive. Shannon's shot is off. And so it's Brooklyn with it. And at home for the next game, it'll be New York pulling in to face them. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. So the Nets making a switch here. Eight seconds left in the third. Inside. Here's Miller. Pass to Reed. Three-pointer, no good. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Nets out in front.
Brooklyn, 32.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. The Nets with the lead. Screen by James. Here's Bryant. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
And slam dunk by James.
LeBron, the old man, throwing it down. Not much anyone can do about that still.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Here's Bryant with the drive. Toronto grabs the miss.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
There's a screen, and there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
They're starting a new trend with regard to turnovers. It's becoming problematic.
Brooklyn leading by 5. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Pass to Vucevic. Now Irving. 6 to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in.
Man, Kyrie just has an unbelievable ability to finish in traffic.
Maxey with it, and Walker picks him up defensively. Vucevic with a steal. Outside Walker. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by James. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He told his team, once you grab the rebound, run with the ball. Don't give them a single second to catch their breath. We control the pace of this game, not them. Guys, expect the pace to pick up.
As always, Allie, we thank you. When you talk about Nikola Vucevic, a big man who continues to get it done at a high level, Richard.
Yeah, he is showing no signs of slowing down. Vooch scores, rebound, passes, and shoots it well from pretty much everywhere. I'd like to see him contend for a championship at some point in time in his career.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Now it's Maxey. Driving inside from downtown. And he nails it.
And with a smooth shot like that, I expect Buzelis to hit a ton of three-pointers during his career.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. That's his first foul of the game.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus. If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
Free throw good. Walker.
You know, between his skills, his motor, and his physical ability, Walker came into the league more ready for the NBA than most first-year guys.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. They trail by 7. Beyond the arc. The three is in.
Attacking in a big moment. Maxey is not holding back.
Brooklyn with the ball. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Oh, the shot is off. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
Oh, no good on the layup. Nets leading by 4. Now Irving. Fires the 3. Buries it from outside.
Selfless. Kyrie saw someone with a better look and dished it.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Oh, it doesn't go. James. Wow! LeBron making some noise.
One of the most ferocious dunkers we've ever seen. James still enjoys putting on a show.
Here's Maxey. Dunn outside. A minute 4 left to the game.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. He's still playing hard. He's doing his job out there. Yeah, the keep it simple method. Good decision to use the bounce pass just to get it there.
Maxey. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now a timeout called by Toronto. There's 45 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
Thank you to our Northside crew.
There's 42 seconds left in the game. Count it! And here is Irving. Now here's Bryant. Here's Irving. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Williams jams it home. Here's Weber. Oh, got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, we got caught.
So we see the Nets get the win here. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
And that'll wrap